Santa Claus grave has been discovered. Okay.
Okay.
Well, first of all, when I heard about this, even though we hear, oh, Santa Claus, and we correlate it to Christmas, inside of my head, I would never think of like, oh shit, Santa Claus used to be a real person, or it was, or at least the legend says, right, that Santa Claus is a real person, but I just think of it as a fairy tale. But there is a Santa Claus, right? Saint Nick.
Saint Nicholas, San Nicolas. In Spanish, it would be San or Saint Nicholas. I think it's in English, and San that would be San Nicolas in Spanish or Papa Noel, because I know that's what they it's Santa Claus, Papa Noel, y San Nicolas
Okay.
in Spanish. But I guess it's just different countries call it different names. I don't know, but I feel like in Mexico we know it as Santa Claus.
Right, right. So that's the thing for me when I saw this, like, oh, Santa Claus grave has been discovered. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was just something like out of this world almost, right? And but apparently they found the grave, and yeah, I don't know. I just it took me a while to really understand that this is a true person, Saint Nick, and that they actually supposedly found the grave. Um, but who was Saint Nick? Do you know who he was or no?
I think to what I saw, it was Saint Nick was um like a pastor, porque Saint is Santo,
Yeah.
San Nicolas, Saint Nick or Saint Nicholas. So I think he was like a pastor that he would help the poor people and he would like gift them gifts, and then he well yeah he would basically help the poor and gift them gifts. And then I guess that's where the whole Santa Claus thing came from, but obviously this whole Santa Claus is just more um like a modern story than the original Saint Nicholas.
Right. Now it's maybe who this person was in the past. Now it's become more of a pop culture thing
Yeah,
for people to
because
make
if you
it.
talk about Santa, it's like it's a chubby guy that lives in the North Pole and he has reindeers and elves and all of
Oh
that. We
yeah,
we
yeah.
all know that, like even though we know that's fake, but that's who we know Santa is.
Yeah, you know what's crazy that even though we know all these things about like Santa Claus and the reindeers, like you mentioned, and the gift giving, like where does the reindeers actually come from, like into play of this fairy tale or story of Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Or do you know like why the
no, no,
reindeers?
I don't know about the reindeers, no,
Yeah, it's just crazy. So many different things.
because I mean the reindeers they have different names,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that.
Well, we need to do our research and at one point freaking like try to figure all of this out. But I'm pretty sure a lot of different things like changed throughout time, and I bet you a lot of people don't know the history behind all of it, just like we don't.
Exactly.
Well, here let me share my screen and let's showcase the people what we're talking about in regards to them finding the grave. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you
I
see?
can see it right.
You can see it. All right,
Yeah,
all right. Let me.
you're on Google.
Okay, so okay, so you can see it. So I just put Santa Claus grave Turkey. So let me see what they say.
Did archaeologists find the tomb of Santa Claus? According to reports, archaeologists find the Did archaeologists find the tomb of Santa Claus? According to reports coming out of excavations at the Church of St. Nicholas in Turkey, where the real St. Nicholas is believed to have been originally buried, archaeologists have discovered a sarcophagus with a pitched roof buried under the church that some speculate may contain the remains of the original St. Nicholas. Probably not the kind of St. Nick headline you expected to hear this December. Archaeologists report that, quote, while the lid of the sarcophagus has been uncovered, only a small section of the burial chamber has been exposed, and that further excavation is expected to reveal more details in the coming months. Regarding the remains, no real claims have been made, while archaeologists report that they hope for the discovery of an inscription that could help identify the burial. and that the proximity of this sarcophagus to the church potentially lends weight to the identification of this as the burial of St. Nicholas, they're not claiming this is Santa. For all of us here at Bible and Archaeology, I'm Jordan Jones.
So I'm assuming by the sound of it, it just seems like it's just a lot of speculations, right?
Yeah, for sure. But then it's like, dude, whatever they find is so many years old that how do they even know?
Like, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. That's the thing when it comes down to history. A lot of history, who knows if it's actually factual or if it's true. I mean, if it's factual or if it's fake, right? If it's fictional. They just said, "Oh, we found the grave of Santa Claus," but even to his report, we don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, and then did he say that they just found it this month?
Yeah, in December.
And that's because then this month is Christmas.
Yeah. So what are the odds, right? But
Yeah, like odds out of the whole year they found it right now.
yeah. And why were they even digging? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Hoy Nomas podcast. Clips for full podcast link can be found on description below.